Good morning. Today we will see how to represent a sequential circuit. Already I said what is a sequential circuit and what is combinational circuit. If it is combinational circuit, we don't have memory elements because the present output depends only on the present input. If it is sequential circuit, this depends on the present input as well as past history. So this is the way how we have to represent the sequential circuits. That is by using a state diagram. So what is meant by a state diagram? It is actually a pictorial representation. So this represents a pictorial representation which means behavior of a sequential circuit, which represents the behavior of that sequential circuit. So this is a pictorial representation. The state diagram, it is a pictorial representation. This is a picture which represents the behavior of a sequential circuit. Now, the state diagram can be represented by a circle. And there are two types. One is Mealy circuit, Moore circuit. So we can represent a sequential circuit by using state diagram. So this is a pictorial representation. And this is of two types. One is Mealy circuit, another one is Moore circuit. So how can we represent? This is represented by using a circle and straight lines. Here, this circle represents the state, the present state. So inside this they have mentioned A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and so on. This A, B, C, D, everything represents the present state. So this will be the present state. So what is the present state and next state? So where is the present state and the next state of the inputs? So this represents states. The circle represents states. And this line represents the transition of the states. This will represent the transition, and here the circle represents both the diagrams in both the Mealy and Moore circuit. The circle represents the states. So the states are present state, next state, and the line represents the transition of the states. So where it is connected. So here A goes to C, then the B goes to A. So this line represents what is the transition of the states, whether A is moving to B or A is moving to C. So this transition will be said by this lines. And here the 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So everything represents the states as well as output. And here this 0 represents input. Here in Mealy circuit, the 0 represents input because if we have 0 by 0, so the top, that is in the numerator, this represents output. In the denominator, this will represent the output. So this is input and this represents the output. Now check here, if A is our present state, now if the input is 0, if our present input is 0, what will be the output? This is the output. Let us consider A. If it is 0, A, listen here. Let me take a blank paper now. Listen. If it is A, this is our state. If our present input is 0, the output is 0. Then the next one is B is the next state. So A, if it is input is 0, if our input is 0, it will remain in the same state A, isn't it? A, let us consider A as the state. This is a present state. This is present state and this represents next states. If A is our present state, if our present input, this represents input. If x is equal to 0, that is our input is 0, it will remain in the same state A. And the output for this is, y will be the output. The output for this will be 0. Next, if A is 1, if our present input is 1, now what happens? Here this is mentioned as 1 by 0. Now again, let us take if present state is A and if our input is 1, if our input is 1 when x is equal to 1, so it will move to the state C. When x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 1, this represents output and this represents next state. So for example, if this is our present state A, for the input 0, the output will be 0 and it remains in the same state. Present state A, if our input is 0, it remains in the same state A and the corresponding output is 0. Then let us consider same present state A. If our input is 1, then the next state will be C. Next state is C. Output is 0 for x is equal to 1. Now let us consider B. So when B is 0, the next state is B. When B is 0, it remains in the same state. B. Now what will be the output? The output is 0. So this is actually state diagram representation and this is the state table representation. So if it is state table, what is there? The information present in the state diagram will be present in this table. This is called as state table and this is called as state diagram. This is Mealy circuit. Now what about Murray circuit? In Murray circuit, the outputs will be present inside the circle. These are said to be outputs and this is our input. For the present state A, if our input is, this is our input is 0, it remains in the same state A as the next state. I hope you understand. This is Mealy circuit. This is called as Murray circuit. What is the difference between these two, Mealy and Murray circuit? By seeing the state diagram, we will know what is the difference between this Mealy and Murray. So its output, if it is Murray, this output is a function of this present state only. Whereas if it is Mealy circuit, its output will be a function of the present state as well as present input. See this both diagrams. What is the difference between these two? For A, if the input is 0, output is 0. For A, if our input is 1, output is 0. The output may change for Mealy circuit. The same way for Murray circuit also, for the state A, if our present input is 0, the output is 0. For the present state A, the next state will be C when the present input is 1. This is input. Now what will be the output? C, output will be 1. So this is what called as state diagram. Now what is a state table? So this is pictorial representation. We are going to represent this in the form of table here. Let us consider this table. This is a state table. Why I have written A, B means because here we have only 4 states, that is A, B, C, D. We have only 4 variables. So for 4 variable, we can use only 2 inputs, binary input 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. If we have E as third, then we can use 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. So this number of inputs depends on the number of states. Here we have only 4 states, A, B, C, D. If our state increases, that is E, F, then we have to use 3 variables. So that is the reason why we are using only 2 inputs here. Because you will get confusion, why don't we write A, B, C? So we cannot write A, B, C because here we have only A, B, C, D. So for A we can write 0, 0. For B we can write 0, 1. So like this we have to write. So what are the present states here? A, B, C, D. These are the present states. A, B, C, D. I hope video is clear. So A, B, C, D. This is state table representation. A, B, C, D. Now listen. What is the next state when x is equal to 0 for A? For A, when x is equal to 0, the output remains in the same state A. The output remains in the same state A. When x is equal to 0, the output remains in the same state A. During that next state, what will be the output? Output is 0. Then the next one, if for A present state and the input is 1 for A present state, and if the input is 1, what will be the next state for A? If the input is 1, the next state is C. Then the output is, check this, then the output is 0. Then for present state B, for present state B, if our input is 0, for present state B, if our input is 0, the next state, it remains in the same state. So it will remain in the same state B. And the output for this is 0. The output for this is 0. So write 0 here, because for the present state B, for the input 0, the next state is B, and for input 0, the output is 0. Next, B, when the input is 1, see this arrow mark? B, when the input is 1, it goes to A. B, when the input is 1, it goes to A. And what is the output? The output is 0. So write 0 here. Next, C. C, when it is 0, when the input is 0, it goes to D. C, when the input is 0, it goes to D. And the output for this is 0. Then C, when the input is 1. For C, when the input is 1, it remains in the same state. It remains in the same state, C. And what is the output? Output is 1. Then D. For D, check this arrow mark, check the input. For D, when input is 0, it goes to B. For D, when input is 0, it goes to B. And the output for this is 0. D, when input is 0, it goes to B, and when input is 0, the output is 0. Next, D, when the input is 1. D, when the input is 1, it remains in the same state. D, when input is 1, it will remain in the same state 1, and the output for that is 1. So this is how we have to write the state table. This is called a state diagram. So from the state diagram, we have to write the state table. Likewise, the same thing here also for Murray circuit. For present state A, if input is 0, it remains in the same state A. It remains in the same state A. And the output for this is 0. Then A, when it is 1, it goes to C. A, when it is 1, it goes to C. And the output for this is 1 here. So I changed the outputs here, but I have not represented in the state table. So don't get confusion. This is Murray circuit. Then B, when the input is 0, it remains in the same state B. B, when the input is 0, it remains in the same state B. And the output for this is 0. So output for this will be 0. B, when the input is 1, it goes to A. B, when the input is 1, it goes to A. And the output for that will be 0. C, when the input is 0, goes to D. C, when the input is 0, goes to D. And the output for that will be 1. And the output for this will be 1 here, if it is Murray circuit. D, when the input is 1, it remains in the same state. D, when the input is 1, it remains in the same state. D, when it is 0, it goes to B. D, when it is 0, it goes to B. And the output is 0. So this is how we have to write the state table and state diagram. Then the next one is called as transition table. Now what is this transition table? Here we have mentioned the state table representation in the state diagram representation in the state table. And here what we are going to do is, this specifies the state variable values which we have assigned here. This will specify the state table values which we have assigned here. Now let us take what is A here. 0, 0, and B is 0, 1, and D is 1, 0, and D is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So A, B, C, D. Because we have assigned A as 0, 0, B 0, 1, and C is 1, 0, and D is 1, 1. So we have to represent this by using this assignment. So we are assigning the values for this variables. So we are going to assign the values for this variables. What is A? A is 0, 0. B is 0, 1. D is 1, 1. And B is again it is 0, 1. So this is how we have to assign the values. So before writing this, we have to check how many states are there. According to that states, we have to represent the binary values. And by using that values, we are going to assign the values for the states in the transition table. And here in the transition table, it does not contain any variables, state variables. Instead of state variables, it will contain only the assigned values. So what is C here? C is 1, 0, and here we have A. A is 0, 0. C is 1, 0, and D is 1, 1. Output, here we have same output, so we have to write here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. So this is how we have to assign the inputs and outputs for the state diagram, and this is how we have to represent the sequential circuits. So by using this, we are going to solve the problems in the upcoming videos. So we have to know what is a state diagram and how we are representing the state diagram in the state table, and what is meant by state assignment. So if it is state assignment, we are going to assign some values. So that values will be based on the number of states. So if we have only 4 states, so that we have to write 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. If we have only 2 states A and B, then the values will be 0 or 1. 0, 1. That's it. So if we have 3 variables starting from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. If we have 4 variables, 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. So hope you understand. If you like this, subscribe, share and support. Thank you.